Hello everyone, it's Zort Rider here, and as you know, if you watched last week's Week in Toys, that I received my Heroes of Endor set a little bit earlier than I thought I was going to get it. So today I'm going to open it up for you, and we're going to share the toy joy of opening a exclusive toy that's probably going to be worth a fortune in the box, but we're going to open it together, and we'll share that experience. So we're back on the floor for a little bit of floor time. Here's the box. We've got Star Wars, the Black Series in green. Star Wars Return of the Jedi. Of course, this is from the Return of the Jedi movie. Some languages down the left-hand side. And the Disney and Hasbro logo here at the bottom right. Moving it around, not a lot going on at the side. Star Wars, the Black Series, Return of the Jedi, Heroes of Endor set. At the bottom there, ages 4 and up. And on the other side, not a lot. On the top, you can see Paploo sitting on his speeder bike. So let's get this sleeve off. As you can see on mine, I got a little bit of damage on the corner, but considering where this has come from, I'm not too bothered. Anyway, let's get the sleeve off this and see what's inside. So removing the sleeve, we can see Paploo here through the window. You can see his name at the bottom left-hand corner. And how I'm going to open this, well, first of all, I want to show you how it opens out. So you see Paploo in the middle, and then what I'm going to do is just push this back a sec, and then we fold these panels out, and then we get a full view of the actual set, and it's absolutely massive. You can see Han and Leia on the left, Paploo in the middle, and Luke on the right. This thing is absolutely huge, and it looks really, really beautiful. You can see the size of it. It's absolutely massive, and it's an odd shape as well, which means displaying it will be quite difficult in box. I was so tempted to keep this in packaging, but I'm going to have to open it up because of the space. I've got no place to actually display this as it is. The figures look stunning. I'm really, really tempted to see if all that, his hat and that cloth cape of Luke comes off, so I can get a Return of the Jedi final scene Luke, maybe, if I pick up another version of this figure, the main release. The diorama looks absolutely amazing. It looks so cool. It looks brilliant. My saber looks a bit bent though, but I'll have a look at that when it's out of the box. Paploo here, I like how you can see like the trees speeding past. Speeder bike looks lovely. He looks a really, really nice figure as well. And I'm excited to get a whole load of Ewoks. It's really, really cool that we're going to be getting 6-inch scale Ewoks, and he's now my second to go along with Tebow. And then we've got Han and Leia. Face sculpts on these look absolutely beautiful. I love the diorama. You can see his coat there, just on the left-hand side. That's where a Han's coat is. There's a little bit of a discussion whether you would get that with this set or not. You do. I'm really tempted to see if I can use some of these dioramas outside the boxes. They look so good. Really, really cool. On the back, you can see there are some images of the Death Star. It's got a green hazy background. I think green is the colour on the new packaging for Return of the Jedi. Some lovely trees. I think it's really, really nice. Really nice image. And I think, it looks a similar image the other side. I think that looks really, really cool. And as I say, I really would love to display this thing in the packaging, but literally I have nowhere in here that I could actually display it. Maybe up here if I get rid of my Transformers, or on there, which would mean losing my Sound Speeder. So and I'd have nowhere to put those other things. So it looks like I'm gonna have to open this thing up. By the way, if you've seen a little plaster on my finger, it's because I cut it the other day trying to customise Deadpool. So there you go. But anyway, let's try and get this thing opened up. And let's see what the figures are like inside. Sorry about the lighting down here. It's a bit dark on the floor. But I thought I'd try and show you how I'm going to get Luke out of here. I don't know if this is going to work, by the way. I hope it does. But I've got a scale pot. I'm going to cut down this side of the box, and now it's officially not sealed. So let's open this up. I'm hoping this just slides out, and it does, and that actually would really work as a little diorama piece. So I'm quite happy with that. It looks stunning. I'll try and show you this in a little bit more of its glory. Hang on. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. Let's pop into one side. I will give you a better look at these as we go through them. So I'm going to get Han and Leia out now. Gently does it. And again, I'm just going to slide this piece out. And again, that would make a pretty cool diorama piece. The only issue is these plastic pieces seem to be stuck in place, but nevertheless, and of course, yeah, they've sellotaped Han's jacket to it, so maybe that one won't survive the opening. So let's work out how the hell I'm going to shut these boxes up first, because I've just bleeding creased it. That was clever. Right. So how the hell are we going to get Paploo out? I think we're going to go in from the front. So it looks like there's some tabs here. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go in through the front and hope for the best, because the box is pretty much intact at this point, which is good. So I'm going in from this part here. If I lift up the front, I can get at Paploo. So let's pull Paploo out. Can we pull Paploo out? We can. And here is Paploo. So we've managed to dissect the packaging. Sorry about the light down here, but at least you've managed to see. So yeah, how I've got it out of the box. Right, now they're out of the packaging and easily holdable, let's go through them. So here is Luke. So you can see Luke there in his diorama, a little bit clearer now that the light is on us properly. Yeah, I think that looks really, really nice. Really, really nice. We have also got Han and Leia. I mean, you can really see that Harrison Ford face sculpt. It looks amazing. And the Carrie Fisher one. And of course his coat. I really like these dioramas. I really want to try and do something with them. Rather than just stick them in storage. But these look really, really nice. I think Leia comes with a hat. I'm sure she comes with a hat. We will soon find out. If anything's hidden behind here. Don't think so. But yeah, so we've got Han and Leia. And then we have the centrepiece of the set, the speeder bike with Paploo on, and he's got a stick here, which I didn't notice before. So that's really cool. He looks really, really well done. Yeah. So all that remains now is to try and get these buggers out of the packaging. Again, I'm going to show you how I'm going to do business. I'm going to get some plastic snippers, and I'm just going to go in and snip each of these plastic toys from the front. I'm going to get this sabre out of his hand. Try and get this sabre out of here. So it's ended up being a little bit twisted, but you know what? That's sorted now, so we've got his sabre out. Is there any more plastic twists? It's just something down this leg that's causing us a little bit of issue, but I think I've got it now. So, oh, there's another one on the arm behind. Oh, I think I'll just be able to manoeuvre his hand out of that one. I have just a one piece now, and then we think we're clear. So, managed to salvage that, which is cool. And yeah, here is Luke. Let's have a look at him. So, interestingly enough, he has, I can see how they've done this now. So his hat looks like it's fully attached, so that won't be coming off. I thought this did come off, to be honest with you, but it doesn't look like it's coming off. The cape can come off, and it looks like you've got a like a little press stud kind of attachment. There's a belt holding through the front. I'm trying to see what it looks like from the front. See if it's a reuse of a body. I'm not sure. I think it would work, but I think what this says to me is you need another head. You need another Luke head to go on this. I think this has been solely designed. I mean, does that come off? Does that helmet come off? It does come off. Okay, I was completely wrong. It fits really well. So yeah, so that is the Luke head underneath it. Should we try and take this off? Let's try and take this off and see what it actually looks like underneath, and we can run over articulation there like that. Okay, so the answer to my question is that I could most definitely have a Luke without all this bump on, which is really, really cool. So I'm going to be picking up a second one of these, definitely, as my Jedi Luke. I think that looks alright. I think that's pretty cool. Right, let's go through articulation. Obviously he's got his lightsaber. He has got... Let me just sort his arms out because they're a bit all over the shop. So head can go up and a little bit down. And can obviously go all the way around Exorcist style. Arms can do a full 360 and come out. These are the new arms, so they don't have any pins through them. Wrist articulated, but I think it goes up and down a little bit. And this one goes out and in, which is cool. You get a joint at the waist, and you can swivel a little bit either side. Legs can go that far forward and that far back. Cut at the thigh. Double jointed knee so he can kick his own. Just nearly kick his own butt. And legs, ankles are on a rocker. So there you go. That Luke is pretty cool. I'm going to have a go at putting this back on there. Because I think I am going to keep this one in the full get-up, the full Endor get-up. And it's nice that they've actually thought about being able to take this apart, and there we go. So let's put that back on. And make sure his arm bends okay. So what's going on with it? There we are. We need to bend that arm a bit. And his hat, it works with just like a little slit in there, and that just goes over the head all the way down, and then that clips around, and that gives the illusion that it's actually attached. He's got a little hood on here as well, but that can't come up. Yeah. So there you go. There is Luke Skywalker from the Battle of Endor. Lovely. I like the face sculpt. Cool figure. Really cool figure. If the other ones are as good as this set is really worth the price of admission. But we will see as we go through them how good the rest of the set are. So that is Luke. So next up we've got Leia and Han. So we're going to try and get these out of the packaging. I'm going to go down the same route, snipping. So I don't need to really show you this, do I? And, here we go. Again, managed to salvage that part of the packaging, so that's really cool. And we have Han here, who looks really good. To be honest, another version of this might work as a stand-in for a New Hope Han, or at least the head sculpt, because that is probably the best Harrison Ford head sculpt we've had so far. I've only got one Han before this, and that's the Hoth, or no, Bespin, sorry, Han. This is a really cool figure, really cool. This has again the pinless technology on the elbows, but not on the legs. It's got a holster there for his weapon. I'm not going to go through all the articulation on these. I'm just going to call out the differences. So this has got a double neck by the look of it, which is really cool. But the one inside there doesn't really move. A pretty decent articulation back on that one, but I think everything else is essentially the same as Luke. But nevertheless, that looks really, really nice. He comes with his pistol, which can go into his holster. And you have a little baggie that's attached to the inside of the box, which I just snipped the tape on, to be honest, and stuck the rest of the tape down. Now, I was a little bit worried that there wasn't a hat in here for Leia. There is, so that's cool. We'll put that to one side and talk about it in a minute. And here's Han's coat. So yeah, just like when he lands on Endor for the first time. So, oh, his gun is actually taped. Look at that, it's got this little plastic thing around his pistol to hold it in place. Let's get rid of that. And let's get his coat on, let's see what it looks like with this on. Again, this will probably be how I'm displaying him. As this set, I want to have all the accessories on display that I can actually fit on these figures. But let's have a look. Have to bend the arm a bit and then straighten it to get it through. I don't know, a lot of people criticise the soft goods. I don't mind them if they are done half decently well. I think this coat, I mean, I'm not too sure. You tell me. Does that work? Kind of works, doesn't it? I think it needs a little bit of positioning and yeah, I think that looks okay. I think that's decent. I don't know if this coat comes with a standard release figure. I hope it does, so everyone's got that option. But nevertheless, there is Han, and he looks really, really, really cool. So we're sticking over there next to Luke. And then we've got Leia, who comes kneeling down like so. That face sculpt is stunning. Really, really nice. Leia actually has the new pinless technology in her legs, which is quite cool. And she also has it in her arms. So this is completely new figure tech. She's also got a gun glued in. So there we go. Not glued in, sorry, stuck in with this horrible elastic stuff. This, interestingly, she has got her stuff underneath, but I cannot see a way of actually detaching this. I might be wrong. Oh no, it detaches from the front like so. So you've got a little clip there. So you've got, again, the option to take this off, which is pretty cool to see. Shall we have a look? We might as well have a look. I might as well show you. So let's take this off completely. Just pull that down a minute. And yeah, here's what she looks like underneath. Now, right, now, there's an issue with this figure. Big gaping hole in the back, which, I mean, you don't really display figures from the best, but you expect a better sculpt than that. It's great that they've put the detail underneath, and she's got a great head sculpt, and I'm not going to be displaying her like this. But yeah, that gap is a little bit odd. I mean, it's almost like that this body is not meant for these legs. That's how it's attached. That's very strange. The head sculpt is beautiful though, really, really nice. And yeah, you can see more of this pinless technology on the arms and the knees, which are pretty good. So you get to about there. Not as much articulation, but I prefer that over the more natural looking. He says that as she's got an hole in the back. So let's try and get this back on. Let's see how difficult this is to do. There you go, all back on. I was right, that belt does cover up that gap at the back, so that explains that. So maybe if this figure gets released without this little camo piece, then maybe it will have a belt on it. She comes with a pistol, which can go in her hand like it was in the box and holds it fine. And then the helmet is slightly different to Luke's. This one's got a little, I think, a little clip on there. Is it a clip? It is. So it's not, oh no, it's not a little clip. I think that was glued, or was it glued? I don't know. But anyway, the helmet can go on. Maybe it's just the same as Luke's, that he fits around. I think that's what it's meant to do. I think it is attached, but I think it has to come out in order to get the helmet on the head. I mean, it's still attached underneath, so that looks pretty cool. Yeah, I don't know if I broke that or not. I don't think I have, because there's no way of getting it on the head. But I mean, you can see how great it actually fits on there. And I think it's meant to be the same design as Luke, as it just fits under the chin. But I think that's great. I think that's really, really cool. Lovely, lovely looking figure. And great to have another Leia. So just to let you know, this is the first time where I've had to not destroy but cut the packaging itself. The speeder bike is attached on the top, and you can easily remove that, but the stand is actually stuck underneath the plastic in here. So how I got this out, I just cut a line straight down here without damaging any of the cardboard. At least then I can put it back in there if I really, really want to. Let's start off with the second Ewok, and we've got Paploo here. Really, really nice detail. I like what they're doing with these Ewoks. I've actually got a T-bow here, right here, so you can see how they look together, and I really want a little Ewok army now. We need Wicket, don't we? And probably a couple more, but, you know, I think 4 or 5 Ewoks together would be enough for me. This is obviously Paploo, who steals a speeder bike, and he can sit on the speeder bike pretty much okay. He's got articulation at his legs, at his knees, at his ankles. He's got movement at his thigh forward more than back. He's got some waist articulation, a little bit of up and down. Arms are obstructed by the cape, but you can get 90 degrees at the elbow and a little rotation at the wrist. He comes with... So he's got a knife moulded in here, but he does come with a staff, which he can hold pretty well, and he will look cool as part of my my little Ewok village display that I'm going to have. Here is the speeder bike. This thing is wonderful. What I will say is, thank God these bits are made of rubber, because if they weren't, they would have snapped by these stupid little rubber attachments that were on there. And they were basically they attached around this part, and it could have easily been snapped off. So that's not the best idea. Now, when I saw this, I thought, you know, I wonder if it's got the button on it to make it explode. Thank God it hasn't, because this is more of a display piece than a toy, let's face it. You don't get actual much movement on this at all. These are completely solid. The gun turret underneath is completely solid. These bits at the back don't move. The legs don't come down. You do get a stand, which is here, and you can see why I had to cut the inside of that base plastic packaging in order to get it out. I think this clips in here like so, and it can give you a little bit of a ball joint movement. I think that looks really, really cool, and that's going to be a lovely, lovely centrepiece to my Return of the Jedi display. Really looking forward to building that, a bit like I am the Hoth display once I've got enough pieces. But this gives me a solid foundation now for a Return of the Jedi Ewok. Little village with Luke, Leia, Han, Paploo, got T-bow as well. And I'm in two minds whether to split the display to have Vader and Palpatine on his throne with Luke fighting him, and just add Maratba there just for giggles, because he's the man. But yeah, shall we have a look, see if we can stick one of these on top that hasn't been on? Let's have a look at Luke. Let's see how Luke would look riding this. And the answer is completely and utterly awesome. I don't think I'm actually going to have Paploo on this. I think I'm going to have Luke or Leia on it. That looks absolutely beautiful. Wow. Wow. Wow, I mean, this set is something special. I mean, let's just break this down a little bit. Each Black Series figure, so we've got obviously Luke, so 1, Paploo, and I know he's not getting the main release yet, but bear with me. 2, and then Leia and Han, here and here, 3 and 4. We get 4 Black Series figures that retail at about 20 quid each. So there's 80 quid's worth of value right there in the figures alone. The speeder bike goes anywhere with a speeder biker scout. Sorry, goes anywhere in the region of about £100. Now I said that I won't be getting the second one, but I kind of would now, like with the speeder bike scout on there. But this goes for about £100. So if you say the speeder bike figure is about, let's say, 20 quid, 30 quid. Let's say 30 quid because it's a bit of an older one now. This speeder retails at about 70 quid. So basically that's 150 quid's worth of Black Series toys, and I paid 120. So value-wise, I mean, it feels better value than the Pit of Judgment that I might or might not have on the way, which essentially has, a £10 figure, a £25 figure, another £20 figure, say, and some little ones. So actually, it's a lot less than what that value is. This set is amazing, and it's a high recommend from me if you can get your hands on it. If you can't get your hands on it, then my suggestion would be check out and pre-order, or just wait until they're in the shops, essentially. The new wave, you can get Luke, you can get Han, you can get Leia. And those figures alone are amazing. If you can pick up those, absolutely stunning. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this little experience of me opening this big exclusive. Yeah, so there you go. Really happy, really happy. Really enjoyed opening this up, and I think this display is going to be absolutely beautiful when it's done. Anyway, until next time, I've been Zort Rider, and I'll catch you again soon.
With the dark side in power, there will be no unnecessary postal delays. We will ensure that even 48-year-old men can click and collect from Smiths. This is the power of the dark side. Yeah, and Ewoks are pretty good, don't they? Yeah, they do.